How's it, guys? Well, I was asked what traces do I use for my gallies and hotties, and I've used a lot of traces, and this is by far the best one for me. This is a semi slide sinker trace that I used. Fairly good success in it, and I will show you how to make it. So the line that I use to make the hook trace is 0.70 Tline. I love this line, never had problems with it. So what I do to get the length is I pinch it between my fingers and I pull it towards my elbow. So give it a little bit more and for the knots, and I'll cut it. Okay, this is the 2-0 adrenaline circle that I use for my hook traces. I'll start by snelling it, and I'll just push it to the side of the shank, and then I'll start doing 6 wraps. Right, from there I'll push it back through the eye. And there you have a perfect snell. Now I know this is not the original snell, but I haven't lost a fish doing this. The Lynx 12mm indicator, flat indicator, I put on the hook trace as such. Using a toothpick, I'll just put it in the hole next to the line, push it in, and then just tag off this piece that's left. So now you can adjust it to where you want it. You don't always want it sitting on the bait. I found with the circles around about there, 15mm is perfect. Then it's your first swivel, normal figure 8 knot. Normal. And do wet the line, guys, when you pull the knot out. This is just illustration. And there you've got your first swivel, your float, and your hook. Then I'll use about a meter, well, not a meter, but the arm's length. From the tip of my fingers, I'll pull it through to my shoulder. Now that will be the part where the sinker runs in. So I'll just another figure 8 as well, tie it down. Just remember about the tag. So just a normal figure 8, securing it to the swivel, figure 8 knot, and then trim that tag in as well. Okay, this is the smaller barrel swivel that I use. That will be the swivel that the sinker ties onto, and then I'll just end it off with another number 6 swivel. All figure 8s, guys, all figure 8s, and then trim this tag end as well. Okay, so now you guys have basically a full trace that you can put in a pouch, make a couple of them, because fishing rocky areas you do break off. Now for the breaking off part, the sinker. Now my sinker is a 0.50 trace that I use on my sinker from Tline. Very good line. If you're fishing 4-5, I'd say just knot the line. This will go then onto your smaller swivel, the running one. So that's your running swivel there. Okay. This, you can also do a figure 8, but all my sinker knots. Sometimes you got 2 little hands. Short little trace, guys. Short. You want it as short as possible. Well, not as possible, but I prefer having it close to the ground. The float will lift it off. So this, when you start winding as well, your sinker does not hang too far from your trace. So, and that's it. Well, there you have a complete galley trace that you can catch anything. And I know, guys, seriously, with this little hook, it's quite thick. You can, I'd say you can land a 10 kilo cracker easy with this. With the J, I'll do exactly the same, not the Snell. I would just use the 2OJ, exactly the same trace, from behind, coming from the back of the hook, and then just figure 8 it. As such, and that's perfect for the J hook. Trim the tag end, and there you've changed from a circle to a J. Right, guys, there's a complete trace. You don't have to battle on the rocks. You sit in front of the TV, make 20 of them, put them in the pouch, and you're sorted. You don't waste time tying all these knots when you are next to the water. It's quick. Take it apart, put your main line, put on your sinker, and you can fish again. Right, guys, I hope I helped a bit, and yeah, I hope you guys get a lot of success. That's how I do my red bait. So let's see what it brings. Trynes, kom mee. Don't know what it is, and this is not an easy place to land a fish, not at all. Got a whole brick structure in front of me. Excuse the angle of the, but now it's going in with the wave, so I might as well all ass on it, and that's just what I worried about. So now that fish is sitting right on the rocks there. Yeah, not an easy place to land something. Yeah, well, let's not waste time. Let's get it off here. Unfortunately, it is what it is, guys. Not always the best spot.
luckily just a sinker. Yeah, I see the fish came off. Bad luck on that one. Just gonna grab another sinker and bait up again. Something munching now. Okay, there seems to be a better hookup. Let's get this. Oh, it seems it's off again. Oh no, let's see what it is. Probably a blacktail or something. Yeah, small blacktail. Good poor fish. This was a fairly silly small bite. Not the target species, but it's a fish. Hopefully get a bigger one just now. Nog een das. Okay guys, this is exactly the reason that we use a semi-sliding sinker trace. Once you get stuck like that, 90% of the time you just drop your rod tip and you'll find that the fish will pull your sinker loose. Just give it a little line, not too much to get snagged on the rocks, but that is the reason that it's a semi-sliding sinker trace. Oh, maar rof is als hulle hier oor trek. Wat sê? Nou moet maar robust wees hier op die klippe. Sien wat ek soekie maar okay. Wat sê? Kry jou huis. Ik denk dat ik die vis nog afgetrek. Might be. Maar ik denk dat het ook wel sterk is. Ja, is sterk. Oh, arme vis. Een klein dassen. Ja, maar ek wag vir hy galjoen om deur te kom. Lekker ou sessiekie. 'n diep poel. Jy is nog steeds daar. Ek kyk of ek die sinker kan breek. Of ek die dinge te strop op het. Normaalweg wat gebeur, hy breek die vis ook sommer af. Yep. Typical example. Sinker is af. Dan kan ek die vis uitbring. Maar ek moet sê, hierdie stroppie werk. Is nou nie huis toe skryf vis nie, maar is vis nonetheless. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.